Okay, this is the current state of affairs. Today is the 13th of October 2024. So we can get the garden update to see what's going on. So today I actually harvested sour and quinquay, because the thing is the frost is coming, and if you don't do it, all that plant's gonna die, and then that's your labor. Also in the harvest, I harvest Trinidadian scorpion, ghost pepper, and Carolina reaper. In the harvest also, I harvest sweet pepper and bell peppers. You can see already, like, this is a result of the cold. Depending on how it hits the plant, that's what's going to happen. The fruits. You can see this one as well. It's like, it's not up to scratch. But then there's sweet peppers. There's this wickedly hot pepper, and then of course my seeds from the quinquay, because that's what you do. And then you put them in a thing like this and keep drying it. And after they dry, you can actually extract the seeds out of them. Alright, but this is the current state now, because we're coming to the cold. But there are a few things that's still doing well, like the roses. They tend to be doing well. The thyme is doing well as well. The cold does not really affect it. All it will do is, like, if you look at this one, you see the stem is beginning to go brown instead of green, because that's how they counteract the change in temperature. As compared to these ones, you see they're actually green, so they're okay for a minute, but they're gonna go hard as well, brown, because that's how they counteract. I have my bell flowers, which is doing well also. Right, you got the scallion, you got some marigold, you got the citronella plant. This one is going to be going in, and then I'm going to take out of it come next spring, and propagate like what I did this year. See, so you could see I got a nice rose over here, and I don't know for sure, but when you plant, this is what you do. You experiment. Usually the leaves, they tend to go, they have this, they call it the copper syndrome. So they'll fall off, and they were doing that. And then I decided to start, introducing potassium to the pot. You see, like this type of leaves, so now you don't have the yellow leaves anymore. Like, the leaves, they look really healthy. So is it for these other roses as well. I love roses. You can see what used to happen to the leaves. The leaves were like, going bad. But now it's like they're okay, because I gave them potassium. And another thing I'll be doing as well is the leaves. Just put some leaves on it, greens on it, introduce that to the soil as well. That might help. But yes, it's fall. The next battle we got to go through is the ones for the leaves. As you can see, I got one tree over there which I might have to cut anyway. This particular one, two of them, I think they might have to go. But then the back has leaves as well that kind of, blow into the yard. All right, so like I did say, I like roses. Check this watermelon out. I don't know what's going on with it. That's another citronella, which was actually offspring of the original plant that I had. Those are roses. You have white ones, you have pink and yellow. All right, so I wasn't very successful in my watermelon production, but I'll try again next year and see. See, that's another watermelon right there. Okay, and the bolagi. Now we're gonna pick these ones hopefully next week, and I just do the stems. So I have those stems and the stock. But these things keep growing. You can see more citronella. They were not growing properly initially, but all this citronella came out of one plant that I had inside. And yes, the garden is coming to an end. You can see the beans, they go into waste because you can only eat but so much beans. But I gave my neighbor quite a bit the other day, and even him was like, oh no, this is too much. All right, this is bitter leaves. Yes, they grow tall, and have to harvest the stem. We've got a very good stem here. As you can see, this is a good stem. This particular stem is a good stem. Yeah. So hopefully I can preserve these stems, the stronger stem, till next year. Some bolagi plant over there. Hopefully this pot I'll take it indoors, because it has room for improvement, where you can put more soil in it and let it stand up. As you can see, that's the bolagi plant. All right. And moving on, this is salon green, but it's not going to do well again because guess what? The season is over. I mean, this couple of days we're going to experience frost. Okay, now all these leaves, the bitter leaves, they will be picked. Same thing if you look at the well, we harvested the this cassava leaf the other day, and some of the stems. This is a good stem. You can see that's a good stem. So that I'm going to try to preserve. When they're like green like this, it's hard to preserve them because they don't have a lot of stamina. So we'll see. I can preserve most of them actually. And basically what you do there is like you like I say, I put it in a sand bath. That's what they'll do. The okra is gone. As you can see, this was all okra, but they're the first to go. They're the last to start and the first to go. Okay, harvested, like I said, today we harvested sour, you can see that. And then the peppers, oh my God, I still got some more of this thing anyway, this green clay. Yeah, that's what green clay looks like. Yeah. And of course peppers, I have tons and tons of peppers. You know, habanero, Scotch bonnet, Carolina Reaper, sweet pepper, bell pepper, and they're just doing fine. You can see it's all peppers. It's a lot of peppers. See that again? That's pepper over here. I harvested, well, I picked some of these ones out as well, you know. And the most important thing that I was going to show earlier on, but I kind of bit the gun, is my compost. You see this one over here is liquid compost. And basically all you do is the vegetable, not the vegetable, like the grass, the leaves, you put them in here. This is one hell of a compost. You can see all the flies, right? They like it because of the smell, but it doesn't smell so bad. But this is very, very, very good, you know, as well. This contains phosphate, you know. See all the flies there. Basically what you see in these flies now, because it's getting cold, they're trying to find a place that's warm. And believe it or not, this particular container is actually giving out heat, so that's why they're under there. Okay, you see compost, you gotta make your compost there, you got compost here, and it's a continuous thing, so you don't give up on it, you know, you just do. Okay, those ones are filled up. Earlier on in the day, you can see the fly flying. I did introduce some soil on top of the compost that was there already. And you see we still got room to bring it up. So next one I have more vegetable scrap, I'm gonna put it there. And one of those pots that don't have no plants, I'm gonna take them and pour it on top of it. I did harvest green clay as well today, like I did say, and the seeds, the pod, you can see what I did. The green clays were all over here. So what you do is again, you introduce it back to the soil. You cut it up and leave it there. I mean, it's up from now to spring to decompose, you know, and that's going to make nutrient for your soil as well. See, so you don't really throw the stuff away, the leaves, you don't. You cut them up. I mean, I've not cut these ones up yet, but I will. Basically, that's what you do. You cut it off, you can see this one, and just introduce it back to the soil, because all that is nutrient. You know, if you do your garden right, and in terms of composition, you're not going to really get to do any fertilization, you know, like in terms of getting fertilizer. You can see this. I don't throw my plants away, and unfortunately what happens, you get a lot of tomatoes, so I just let them go. Yeah, these was beans as well, and you can see there's bean there, you know, there's some beans, but we've not been able to attack all of them because again, you know, you can only but eat so much and give away so much, you know. And then again, like you see, I have all inside these bags the compost. These are actual cow manure in these bags. So next year they're gonna come out very nicely. You see compost, like what I did I say earlier on. You see what I did then with those the things that were there, the green clay, cut them up. Now I'm gonna put more vegetable scrap, then you introduce another layer of soil as I do it. And this heap that you see in there, it is actually a compost heap. That's horse manure as well. Then of course you got peppers, bell peppers all over the place, all over the garden. Bell peppers, as you can see. Then of course, look at the size of this one, man. And all it is with these peppers, you know, is because my soil is very, very rich in composition. And peppers again, you know, that one is getting ripe. And like I tell a lot of people, I believe the peppers ripe in the afternoon, because when you come in the morning, it's hard to see them. You see, a bunch of peppers that we're going to be addressing soon, you know, because you don't want them to freeze. And then, like I say, I have bell peppers here, bell peppers over there, bell peppers everywhere. You know, so I got peppers. I got a lot of them, as you can see in the thing. And I'm basically going to cut them up, more bell peppers. I'm going to cut them up and put them in thingy books in the freezer, in a vacuum sealed bag. A sweet pepper. Okay, these ones are Scotch bonnet. See, these are Scotch bonnet, but they come in so much different flavors, and that's the thing. And these ones are a little bit hot actually. It's not like the other Scotch bonnet. I'll show that one in the video. And these was my eggplant, or they're still my eggplant actually. So even them, you know, they're coming out to an end because it's getting cold. And that was sour that I harvested as well today. You got pepper, more pepper over here. Ghost pepper, sweet pepper, bell pepper. Like I said, there's a lot of bell peppers. You can see it. I got tons of bell peppers. All right. And again, that's Kente. That'll be harvested next week, hopefully. The weather is still there. This is eggplant. This is African basil. More pepper. More peppers. Then, of course, the tomatoes is so funny because you see the tomatoes in the sun, they tend to dry out. The one that I have under the tree is still very viral. Okay, more peppers, as you can see. Yep. Tomatoes, you see the ones under the sun, they're drying out. You got more peppers, and these are all of them are the very hot peppers. You know, so you could see the peppers. It's a lot of peppers, a lot. You know, peppers all over the place, all over. Yeah, because I got a few people who's interested in these peppers. So that's the reason why I plant so many of them. Yeah, bell peppers, you see tomatoes going. And this is like the state of the garden on the 13th of October, Sunday. This is lemongrass. Now, if you don't take this in, they're gonna die as well, and they'll never come back. You know, you gotta have new one. Oh, smelling this, it smells so good. Yeah, and that's how it drinks as well. Okay, these is my oak tree. It's not oak actually, something else. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, but I've been struggling with them. And then this one is turning to do well. Whereas this one is like, I don't know what's wrong with that one. So out of two, you get one, you cool. These are kaya pepper, waiting for them as well to ripe. There's a lot of them in the vine. These make good season, very good season. And yeah, coming to the Scotch bonnet pepper, these are, oh my God, even these ones now, yeah, you see, Scotch bonnet. That's really a Scotch bonnet. You see the way it is, you see the way it looks like a bonnet. So these are Scotch bonnet. They all still Scotch bonnet, but I don't know, it's like they're going into another version. This plant, I've had it for about, this is the third year of this plant. I usually take it indoors. African basil. More peppers, more hot peppers. Look at the size. I just see a pepper over here, and I was saying, man, look at the size. See, I'm telling you, they got ripe when in the afternoon because I already harvested them. Look at the size of this one. This is a regular ghost pepper. You see, it has the beak. You know, so those are ghost peppers, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, what is it? Oh no, that's a Carolina Reaper. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's Carolina Reaper. Okay, yeah, because yeah, this is not ghost actually. This is Carolina Reaper. Yeah, see the way it's tall. More bitter leaves. All right, so like I said, this is the condition of the garden. We still haven't got the frost yet, so hopefully maybe we'll get another week or two because the harvest is tough. You saw what I did yesterday with the other peppers. You know, so I mean, you plant so much and then you're gonna end up getting this bumper harvest, so you can only but do so much over the weekend, especially I mean if you work, you know. That's the thing. Like I usually say, I was going to show you guys. Look at the tomato under the shade of the tree. see how it looks. It looks a lot better than the counterparts over on the other side, you know, and it's still bearing tomatoes. See that? Yeah, still have tomatoes in them. They're under the shade. So this tree, I'm not going to cut down. And the reason why I'm going to cut this tree down is when we barbecue, it gives you shade in the summer. Guess what? All the leaves going to shed. So is that one over there. So is this one over there. Right? They're going to shed. They're just beginning to shed. Right? And they're going to drop in the yard. And we have to clean it out. It comes with the territory. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I don't think of any other thing I can show you in the video, but it's Backyard Garden. I do have a website, backyardgarden.com, and it's a garden with just singular backyard garden, right? .com, and I'll be updating the page or the web page pretty soon. You know, so it has thing from like last year. Well, actually, the beginning of this year. So I'm going to update it with what the current situation or what happened this year in terms of the garden. And this was the year I've introduced pots as well. As you can see, I have a lot of pots. And I'm going to do the same thing next year. I'm going to introduce pots because, again, it's easier to manage than this bush. And I don't know about the okra, really. I'm going to... I got 2-gallon bags of okra, which was good. But like I said, they're the last to start and they're the first to go off. See? Because these are okra plants as well. You know, it's still flowering. You know, you can still see that it's trying to flower. Alright? See that the flower over there? You know, and there's a myth that says the okra plants can never be taller than the master. Well, in reality it is, but the reason why they say that, because if you got to pick it, guess what? You bend it right down. So no matter how tall it is, it comes right back to you. But in reality, they do go taller than you. Okay, and see that's an okra right there. Yeah. So like I keep getting okra, a lot of okras as well, and more peppers. More peppers. This is cayenne pepper. This is also another pepper. See, you can see a lot of peppers. A lot. All right. And again, like I said, what I'd also do, I'm trying to get the video to be 20 minutes actually, because then it's good for YouTube. You can see what I'm doing right now. These things are all the scrap of the that was corn over there, right? I'm going to put them all in the bed. That's what makes your bed goes really nice. Then eventually I'm going to actually burn some of it. Okay, I have a drum that I will usually put them in and just burn them and just put it back onto the soil, you know, because it's good, because that will bring potash onto the soil. So you need nutrients. You can get nutrients naturally, you know, when you grow stuff. And one last thing before I go. Fortunately, the bugs don't bother the sour. The bugs don't bother the peppers. The bugs don't bother the green quay. Right? So that's good. So you know you don't have to put any insecticide or pesticide because you don't need to. The bugs don't bother them. And it's the same thing that the bugs don't bother the potato leaves. However, they bother the greens. You know, the greens, they will bother them. And as you can see over here, this is collard greens. They'll bother them as well. All right, look at this collard green and look at the one. And sometimes some of the plants they do escape, you know, the box, which is good. So I have a collard green over here that to me has escaped the box and it's doing fine. See that? There's no really escape the box as such because I thought it did. But you can see how the leaves are, you know, nice leaves really. You can salvage some of the leaves. And this is another thing, but I'm not going to bother with this. You can see what's happening here. The weight of the pepper drops the plant. But I'm not going to really bother with that right now. All right? So this is the video. This is what's going on. Like again, like I said, remember the date. It's October 13th. We're still harvesting. The frost is not here. They did say Thursday is going to drop to about 37, but so long as it doesn't go to 32, we okay. All right. Hope you enjoy this one.